A civil society organization has estimated how the lives of at least 380,000 rural inhabitants could have been impacted by the loan scheme $54.4 million NAMS approved for themselves.
The National Assembly members, with a few exceptions, had voted to access a $54.4 million loan scheme, which, according to the NAM that had proposed it, would enable NAMs to build their own houses and to prevent them from being corruptible.
What we are doing, we have the power to do, and I see there is a need for us to do it, and I would propose we put it to a vote. It's for the members to decide. I don't think anyone else can decide for us.
The majority of the NAMs had voted in support of the loan, which a civil society organization called Gambia Participates have given a mathematical breakdown of how the money could have been channeled to effect changes in the lives of at least 380,000 rural inhabitants.
So we contacted civil engineers and then the communities that we've been working with. And when we contacted these civil engineers, we realized that $31 million could have constructed 40 boreholes. And these 40 boreholes, you're going to have 10 in Central River Region, 10 in Upper River Region, 10 in North Bank Region, and 10 in Lower River Region. In total, 300,000 people in these 4 regions could have benefited from these 40 boreholes that could have been used from the 54 million that they are putting into their personal pockets.
Access to basic healthcare services remains a challenge to many Gambians. Rural communities are mostly affected due to inadequate access to transport, decently equipped health centers or hospitals. It is a problem the Minister of Health had confirmed before NAMS when he narrated the experience of a pregnant woman who had narrowly escaped attack by a hungry wolf on her journey to a hospital for labor.
The horse was running because the horse itself was very afraid. The pregnant woman almost fell off the horse cart, and that was just about a month ago. So these things are still happening in Gambia, and we think it is not acceptable. We want women to deliver in their own health facilities.
Ironically, a day after that, the NAMs would exercise their authority and vote to access a $54.4 million loan for their personal development, a step which some critics have described as illegal and untimely for a country that is on a path to recovery from an economic crisis that has severely affected the lives of most taxpayers.
We also look at communities that actually do not have access to basic healthcare, right? You look at Sarebojo, almost 30,000 or 35,000 people within that surrounding do not have access to basic healthcare. They get diagnosed once in a month. And if you're sick, that actually means you have to wait for the clinic day in order for you to have access to basic healthcare. You look at Jara Sukuta in LRR. You look at Chajeli in CRR. You look at Berending. These are rural communities that are really in need of a health post. And we realized that from this 54 million, if you have 20 million, right, that could have built 4 standard health posts, and then you use the 3 million to equip these health posts for the time being, and then you're going to have a nurse that will be there 24/7, that will be responding to health emergency in those particular communities.
To sum it all up, and going by this calculation, hundreds of thousands of taxpayers could stand to have a share in or benefit from the $54.4 million.
23 million into health posts, 31 million into 40 boreholes. In total, you have 380,000 people that could have been benefiting from this. And as a result, you are now addressing one of the most challenging issues that these particular communities are facing.
The Gambia Participates is a youth-led civil society organization that focuses on enhancing transparency and accountability in the public sector. They are involved in anti-corruption advocacy by exploring modern digital tools and other methods to track the expenditures of the government and to engage people in taking an active interest in these expenditures. Mahmoud Lamin Choi, QTV News.